people. Okay, today's Friday. I'm not gonna lie, I'm like kind of irritated. I just got off the phone with a former customer from a cabinetry company I used to work for, and they wanted to get some more custom cabinetry put in. They didn't know that I am no longer with that company. I forgot that this particular customer is a nurse, and I let her know that I'm currently a home care aide, and she was taken aback, like that's a degrading career or something, like that's something to be ashamed of. And she said, "Oh, it's okay, I used to do that a long time ago. You have to earn money somehow." What are you talking about, lady? Like, seriously, what's wrong with you? And for the fact that she's a nurse, and then she even went further and said, "Oh, the MA program is a waste of money. It's a scam." How is it a scam to learn dosage calculations, pharmacology, phlebotomy, medical terminology, anatomy and physiology? How is that a scam exactly? I would like to know. Get CPR certified. Yeah, I don't understand that, especially since a lot of places hire medical assistants. So I do not regret my decision to pay what I paid to go to that school and learn what I'm learning. If nothing else, it would teach me at the basic level how to save a life in an emergency situation. One of my classmates was on the plane yesterday and somebody needed help. So, it's just mind-boggling, the lack of respect or the lack of understanding, or even the lack of empathy, even from a nurse. So, I'm hoping that most nurses aren't like that. If you're going to be a nurse, you should learn therapeutic communication. And I feel like my former client is severely lacking that. It's like she was listening to me speak, but she wasn't hearing the words coming out of my mouth. Because what I did, once I decided I was going to change field, or considering changing field, because I was just so discontent with my current career at the cabinetry company, is I decided I was going to take a leap and try something totally different. I have experience from being a foster parent. I've worked with elderly before. I've worked with young children before. I've worked with disabilities before. Different diseases. I've worked with MRSA, scabies, warts, lice, cancer, paranoia, schizophrenia, manic depression. So I've worked with some of these things, and I don't mind blood, and I don't mind fluids. It really doesn't bother me. I could go without it, having to deal with it, but it really doesn't bother me. I'm not scared of shots, any forms of injections. It doesn't really scare me, and I don't mind watching surgical procedures. So I decided to take that leap. Nobody should judge you for making that choice. A home care aide is a respectable position. A medical assistant is a respectable position. Licensed vocational nurse is also a respectable position. Registered nurse, respectable. But no RN, no LVN should act like they are a stepping stool over the level of education underneath them. Even my last 6 months, because I've been doing this about 6 months, of being a home care aide, I had the opportunity to hurt somebody. Somebody could have been hurt. I provided care for somebody in their 80s, entirely blind, could not walk, and needed assistance. Already had a broken hip. If I would have accidentally injured that individual, they could be dead right now. So you can't sit here and tell me that home care aides are less than thou, or that they're not important. I love my job, and I don't regret saying that. I absolutely love my job. It's perfect for me. I get to talk to people. I'm bonding with my clients. I'm able to help them. I feel far more fulfilled than I did at any of my interior design positions. Not to mention the fact that it is perfect for, and I'll say for a student, but it's perfect for anybody that wants to have a job or a career that requires compassion. It teaches you compassion. So for anybody out there that feels like being a home care aide is less important, I mean, essentially it's somehow similar to a CNA. Tasks can be different. Like, I don't do a lot of the more invasive assistance. I just don't have to. That's how it worked out for my clients. My version of helping somebody during their shower time is passing them the towel. And I don't even, that's it. But it is definitely a pet peeve of mine when you tell somebody what you're doing, and they're like, oh, that's okay. I had to do that. I'm choosing to do that. There's nothing wrong with what I'm doing. So I guess my point is, don't let anybody act like you're in their shadow, because you're not. If you're doing what you're doing, you're making a conscious effort to do it, and you're enjoying it, don't let anybody bring a storm to your sunshine. Some people will be ignorant, even nurses, because this one's a nurse. She seriously had the nerve to try to soothe and comfort me from something that I'm enjoying. I prefer this one to my job at the cabinetry company. And another thing, I've heard many people say, do not get into nursing for the money. And I get it. This lady was talking to me on the phone about, oh, you need to be making $37 an hour. I couldn't care less about $37 an hour, because if I hate my job, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I've made way more in previous occupations, but I was miserable, or I wasn't as good as managing the money at that time. So I didn't have anything to show for that. So what's 37 if you don't know how to spend it? I'd rather have half of that or less than half of that and know how to manage money, have everything I need, and not be stressed out. Now, I understand levels of stress come with any career, but being entirely miserable? But if you're enjoying what you're doing, don't let anybody else perspective of your career path gauge your level of happiness. Some people are just ignorant. Well, anyway, that's enough of me ranting. Again, like I said, happy Friday.